And here we are back again. Today we're going to go through how to make a tunnel. Now, I'm not talking about a tunnel that you make at sea level. I'm talking about a tunnel you make when you're in the mountains or up in the hills, something like that. As the tunnel that you make when you're at sea level is a lot easier to do, because basically you start at the top. As long as you know how far you can mine down through the mountain, then you've got a pretty good idea on your direction and stuff like that. All you have to do is mine straight down to the sea level and then mine your way out to the point that you want to get out, which is relatively easy. Not totally easy, but it's definitely a lot easier than to make one up in the hills. So basically today, as you can see here on the screen with my awesome drawing skills and Waco skills and mouse skills, we have a little bit of a diagram here on showing how to actually do it when you're out in the forest in the hills. So basically, as you can see here, here's our top view. Hopefully you can see that. Top view is we're doing this little area down the bottom here. So what we will do, we'll start off with how to work out the levels of the entrance and the exit. So basically we're talking about this point here we go, to this point over here. Hopefully you can see that. So basically all the way through the mountain. So basically what happens is, what I do is I call this 0. Just say we actually have to go down the mountain first a bit. So this point elevation is 0, so we have to go down. So let's say we get down to a level of, I count the tiles on their slope level. Now a lot of the time when you're doing something in the mountains, it's not going to work all the time, but you have a road nearby which goes around the mountain, because obviously people want to travel, and making a road around is obviously a lot easier than making a tunnel through. So you'll find that this area around the top will have a road around it. So basically I count the slopes on up and down from the point that we want to enter to the point that we want to exit. I hope this isn't too confusing as I go along. I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that already know how to do that. It's not, it's not rocket science. It's not brain surgery. It's not rocket brain. Anyway, so here's our point here of 0, and basically, say we're going down. Say we go down 15. We go down 15 slope, and we're heading back up this way, because basically we're going to go up around here, up around the mountain, and come out around this point and then back to here. So basically on this map down here we have to go around here and back. So basically what we're going to do, as we head here, we go down a bit, 15, and as we climb back up around the hill we're going to count up. So we get back to 0 again, and we go all the way up, and we're getting to about this point here where we're saying, okay, well it's kind of the highest point that we have to where we're getting around, so maybe it's this point here, and we're saying that is about 80. So we've counted up 20 slopes here or there. Basically, not all slopes are 20, so you need to you can do a bit of a guesstimate here, and maybe it's a 10. So every 2 you're going to add 2 together to count as 1, so that makes that the 20 slope. You're just going to have to kind of do a bit of a guess. It may be like 15 or something. So it's, if you're a couple of tiles out, it's not going to matter. It just matters when your entrance and your exit point, you don't know where they are, and they could be quite a height distance, and it makes it easier to line things up. So we're getting up to 80 up here, and we're coming along, and basically we're heading we're heading down. We're counting down, and we get to the point of, say, this point, where are we here, and maybe we're at 40 here. So, and we look back to our tunnel, this point here, so 80, 40, say we have a 40 tiles of 20 slope, basically a mine up from point A to point B. So this is 40. Oh, it's not a great place to put it, but yeah, 40 tiles up. So that's this right here, this point here. So that's basically how you find out how high your entrance and exit point is. 40 slopes. As you get closer, you probably would see it, but the problem is you've got to get that 40 slope up, and that means perhaps some zigzags or something like that, and you want a relatively straight tunnel. Okay, from there we also need to work out how far how long the tunnel is. So say this is our 0 point. Now we're doing east-west. That's an E. East. Oh, that's west. West to east. So basically, we're making this our 0 point. See, here's our entrance. So as we travel back in this direction, lovely diagram. Say we go back. Maybe we go back 20. So this in here is basically 20 tiles back, and then we're going to travel all the way this way till we get to our most easterly point. Yeah, my Waco skills are absolutely crap, and my brush sucks. So we get all the way along here. Maybe we say this is 120, maybe. So distance here is 120. So we've gone back 20, and we've got back to our 0 point, 120. But we have to also go back to our exit point, which, let's say this, just to make it nice and easy, is another 20 tiles back. So basically, when we look at it, we go, right, our tunnel is 100 tiles long. So after we do that, we've got one more thing we have to do, and that is how far north, south we have to go. So just because you don't know exactly, it's going to be a straight line, but you need to know what this in here is. So once again, we're going to count our tiles from here. See, if we had, say, another bit of a little bit of a ridge going around here, and we had to come back here, we'd be doing the same thing. We'd have to go south, then north. So once again, yes, that's right, you're right, it's a 0 point. So we're going to go back. Say we go back maybe 15 tiles back this way, and then as we come back up this little area here, we're going to go back to our 0 point, and then we're going to start adding up our tiles, just the north-south tiles. Just like the east-west tiles, we only count as we move east or west or north or south. So we're counting up, and say we go well, let's just say we go 60. Okay, so this point here is 60. This is an ugly diagram, or it's very artistic, abstract. So there's our 60. So to this point here, we're going to say 60. Let's say, and then we come back, and basically we're just counting back that same amount. So we're basically going this way and bringing it back till we get to our 0 point, which our 0 point is going to be here on our mountain. So then you know where you need to go in, and obviously depending on actually that will finish what we're talking about here. So basically we go, okay, well, that's the north-south plane of where our entrance and exit is. One other thing I have to add here is, depending on where you can make your exit point, depending on if there's dirt or something like lots of dirt, you need to if there's no rock, you have to dig into dirt. You need to also take into account how far you're going back in and how far you're going up the hill. And then when you mine in, you need to mine in 3 tiles. You need to work out how far you go down again. So perhaps our whole tunnel is you thought it was like 100, but you realised that you actually had to come another 10 in, so your tile's going to be 90, but you also went up the hill like another 6, So yeah, you have to then work out exactly, you're going to add 6 to here to make that 46. So then, your height of your tunnel is then going to be 46 because you went up the hill a bit. This may be a little confusing, and maybe I'm not the best at explaining these type of things. It might get around some people. Some people might use exactly the same technique. Some people might just guess. But this is just one way of trying to make your tunnel work as, just line up nicely, nice and perfect. The last tunnel we were doing, I forgot to add the how far we went up the hill a little bit. So even though the calculations are only out by they're out by an extra maybe 4 tiles up and down, which is totally acceptable, because that when you're in the tunnel you can bring down that 420 slopes down just by flattening the tunnel in there. But that's a whole different story about how to fix tunnels and stuff like that. That's not what we're here for today. So I hope this covers a bit of how to make a tunnel when you're up in the hills. I did make that video quite some time ago about making the tunnel up to the deed, and obviously that was a different situation, because that was basically just how to get straight up and down, which height kind of thing. This works a bit differently, but I hope this explains a lot to people. If you have anything you want to say about it, just comment in the comments or on the post, because that's what it's all about. Any videos I do want people to have an opinion on them. I'm no worm expert. I'm just throwing out videos because I like to. But yeah, comment on the comments and on the posts as well. And that's the video for today. How to get through and make a tunnel and line her up when you're in the hills. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and subscribe and like and all that jazz, and we'll see you later.